po dito, grabe din po kasi. Sa
Tapos ang usapan, di ba?
Sige, tawa pa.
Legal learned eh.
Yung preliminary investigation ginawa sa Davao. Sa
Yan yung tawang kahiyan. Naalala ko eh. May ganyan tayong politiko, tawang kahiyan. Bangag ka ba? Fentanyl. Nakakaya, no? Sakit eh. Ay, daan mo sa tawa. Yung sakit, daan mo sa tawa. Kasi pahiya kayo dyan, pare-parehas. Daan nyo sa tawa. Outs! Aray!
Attorney, nasan si Pastor? Yan.
yan din ang tanong ko kung saan siya ngayon exactly. Oh, that's also my question. And
Ito mga yan, ang tatagal na niyan. Tingnan nyo kung paano sila magtanong.
and that is why siguro kaya nangyayari itong maraming problema po ngayon.
Pero kayo po ba yung nakapag-usap lately?
Lately, wala po. The last time that I was able to talk to him was a long discussion prior to the issuance of the warrant of arrest issued by the Senate.
You haven't talked to him since the warrants were released?
Yes, I was not able to talk to him, but it was a long discussion before that was issued.
Tingnan nyo to si Lamas ha. Tingnan ninyo anong klaseng may utak meron to si Lamas. Tingnan ninyo.
We already talked about certain scenarios as to what would happen because somehow he was able to foresee that these things may happen. So that is why I can talk for him based on his last instructions to me.
Attorney, agree ba kayo sa statement ni former President Digong na overkill yung raid?
It was not only an overkill. I do believe, I have reasonable grounds to believe that it was...
Ang ganda ng sagot ni attorney rito ha. Naniniwala ka ba na overkill? Yung statement ni Tatay Digong na overkill yung ginawa sa KOJC. Tingnan nyo sagot. Hindi po overkill yung ginawa sa KOJC. Illegal. Mas matindi. Bakit illegal? Ulitin ko, hindi overkill. Illegal.
It's even illegal, no? And why do I say that? Because under Rule 113, Section 11 of the revised rules on criminal procedure or rules on criminal procedure, there are 3 requisites. No? Before you can actually enter, a police officer can enter any enclosures or dwelling. And I believe that at least 2, and there is even ground to believe that all 3 are not present in this case. And why do I say that? Because the first requisite states that the public officer, that the person to be arrested is or is reasonably believed to be in said building. Second, that the...
Yan. Ang unang requisite daw. 3 po kasi yan. Yung una, dapat may reasonable na naniniwala kayo na yung isang tao ay nandoon sa building o sa isang lugar na yon. Alam mong ginawa nitong mga pulis kay Pastor Kibuloy? Ginawa nilang Diyos si Pastor Kibuloy. Kung sino man nag-utos dito sa SAF na yan, ginagawa niyong Diyos si Pastor Kibuloy. Bakit? Kasi isipin nyo, hinalungkat nyo, pinasok nyo 4 na lugar at the same time, sabay-sabay. 4 na lugar. So ibig mong sabihin, may reasonable kayo na dahilan na alam ninyo nandoon si Pastor Kibuloy sa 4 na lugar? Ano yan, Diyos? Ganun po ang tingin nitong nag-utos sa SAF. Baka pati na rin SAF, yun ang tingin kay Pastor Kibuloy. Ginawa nilang Diyos. Kaya doon palang illegal na. Paano magkakaroon ng reasonable na naniniwala kayo andun si Pastor Kibuloy 4 yung hilalungkat nyo? Doon pa lang, alam na alam mo, bobo na lang talaga, hindi makakaintindi niyan, lalo na journalist.
Police officer has announced his purpose and authority to make the arrest. And then thirdly, the third requisite is that he has requested and been denied admittance.
Ulitin natin, ano yung second?
And been denied admittance. And authority to make the arrest. And then thirdly, the third requisite that the police officer has announced his purpose and authority to make the arrest. And then thirdly, the third requisite is that he has requested...
Nag-announce at may arrest. Kumbaga, pinakita mo yung warrant o mag-aaresto kami. Hindi nga pumapasok na sila agad-agad. Wala pa yung warrant.
And been denied admittance. Now, as to the first requisite po, this has been grievously violated because the operation, the raid, was conducted simultaneously in 4
O, yan
different
sinasabi ko.
locations.
Iba't
Number
ibang lugar.
1, in the airport compound here, the KJC Central. Second is in the Prayer Mountain in Tamayong, Kalinan. Third is in yung sa
Glory
tuktok na
Mountain.
talaga ng bundok, doon sa Glory Mountain din sa Kalinan. And fourth, in Kitbug in the southern province po, Sarangani province. So I cannot believe that Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy would be reasonably believed to be in 4 places at the same time. And the arrest
Yung pa lang, illegal. Kaya hindi overkill. Illegal. Demanda nyo na, attorney.
warrant likewise clearly indicated that his address is at KOJC Central in Davao City. Therefore, City. So their arrest operation, Tamayong, Kalinan, in the Prayer Mountain and in Kitbug, no, are to my mind illegal.
Sasampahan niyo ba ng kaso, attorney? Yung,
Yes, po.
Pagpaliwanagin mo muna, Lamas.
Itong sinasabing
Kasi may
illegal,
tatlo
so
pa,
pwede
tatlo yan eh. Sasampahan ng kaso. Sige na. Ito si Lamas, oh.
sampahan ng kaso yung mga nag-serve ng warrant o yung nagutos.
There is the great probability po because we are looking at Article 269 of the Revised Penal Code, unlawful arrest. Because in Kalinan, in Glory Mountain, there were 9 members who were unlawfully arrested, and all the requisites of an unlawful arrest under Article 269 is.
Tingnan mo, may mga inaresto pa dun, ha? Oh. Pero binugbog yun. Sinaktan yun, mga bata, meron silang nasaktan na minor. Binalita nyo ba, mainstream media?
There is also a probable violation of Article 132, which is interruption of religious worship, because here in KOJC Central, in Buhangin, the operation was conducted at 3:45 in the
Ang
morning.
dami talagang nalabag. Wala na kayong respeto sa reliyon. Tatandaan nyo, may kaso yan. Kaso yan. Pag binastos mo, reliyon. Ha? Lalo na pagka nagkakandak po ang isang reliyon ng kanilang prayer. Kaso po yan. Naku, delikado kayo talaga dyan. Tandaan ninyo, panapanahon yan.
Morning to 4 o'clock. And that is actually the time of the devotional prayer.
Sabi ni Pilipinas Updates, tapos kayo. Nagkamali kayo ng tinanong. Correct. Matalino yan eh. Papakita ko sa inyo kung anong klase to si Lamas.
Of the members of KOJC, of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. And if you interrupt that, that is actually a manifestation or a ceremony of a religious nature, and that is actually criminal in nature likewise.
Yan. Criminal in nature. Natandaan nyo may mga nademanda niyan at ito binaboy pa ni Lisa Vega ba yun? O yung basta ginagaya yung mga puon. Oh. Pag religious ceremony, hindi mo pwedeng gambalain yan. Hindi mo pwedeng bastusin yan. Religious ceremony, tatandaan natin. At hindi po lang yan simpleng illegal. Criminal. Naku, delikado kayo dyan. Iba ang kaso pag criminal. O, nalintikan na. Kasi, kaya huwag kayo lang sunod ng sunod.
The destruction of the fence can also constitute as malicious mischief,
Nako,
especially in the light
ba't
of the
sinira?
fact that the entry was done without prior request to enter, no? And they know already that the administrator of all the properties of the kingdom is the former President Rodrigo Duterte, and President Rodrigo Duterte has consent has not been secured, and if you destroy outrightly the fence without prior consent on the part of the owner thereof, of course that is a criminal violation.
Ang galing, no? Namati sila dyan. Oh. Yung walang consent at sisirain mo ang isang property na may-ari ng bahay, bawal po yun. Tandaan po natin, ginawa na pong administrator si PRRD ng KOJC. So legally, si PRRD na namamahala na yon, parang sa kanya na yon. Kailangan mo ang consent niya bago ka giba ng giba. Sabit na naman sila. Alam mo, kayo dapat, kaya yaman ninyo, kumonsulta naman kayo muna sa abogado bago kayo birada ng birada. Hindi nyo ba alam yan? Wala ba kayong abogado? Balita ko yung spokesperson nyo, abogado pa. Magsigi-sigi kayo dyan. Hindi nyo alam yon? Kailangan nyo humingi ng consent bago kayo naninira ng garahe ng may garahe sa may-ari. Papayag ba kayo bigla sisirain yung bahay ninyo? Biglang sisirain yung karain ninyo? Oh. Yari kayo kay Tatay Digong. Mati kayo, no?
That is a prank.
Attorney Torion, the last time you talked to your client was before the arrest warrant was made or issued. The
Yes.
police have searched 4 places. There is no Pastor Kibuloy. The pastor himself has said that he fears for his life.
Eto mga ito parang ginagaya Banateros eh, oh. Oh. Dalawang may buhok, ay dalawang kalbo, isa may buhok. Nako. Walang gayahan. Ha? Nako. Ginagaya nyo, ha? Nako, oo. Yung dalawang kalbo may salamin. Nako. Oh, ginagaya talaga, ginagaya. Tapos isang may buhok. Ay. Oh, di ba pati yung ayos eh. Kalbo sa gitna, kalbo sa gilid, tapos yung isa may buhok. Nako, may ginaya nga ito.
Attorney, my question is the pastor in hiding?
Legally, I don't think he is in hiding because
Oh, ito ng usapan. Legal terms na po. Is the pastor in hiding? Huwag mo pong gagamitin ang isang legal term sa isang abogado. Bakit? Kasi ang isang legal term napaka-importante sa mga learned. Yan ang sasabihin niya. At saka abogado. Kasi may implication po yan pagdating sa korte. Pag sinabi mong in hiding, magagamit yan sa kaso ni Pastor Kibuloy. Kaya hindi pwedeng hiding si Pastor Kibuloy. Asaan siya? 'Di ba? Sasabihin ng iba, wala nga siya, hindi nga siya makita. Di ano pa tawag doon? Hiding. Hindi po, tanga. Iba po ang legal term. Ang tinanong mo, abogado. So, hindi po hiding. Bakit? Ito, ipapaliwanag anong hiding.
he is availing of the options that are available to him under the law.
Mhm.
I think he already intimated his reason. He has genuine grounds to believe that he might be a victim of extraordinary rendition to be
Mhm.
conducted by the United States of America. And he actually intimated or clearly stated his request to the Philippine government that there is at least a formal declaration that the United States of America should not be allowed to
O yan, may rendition na nakikialam ang Amerika. Okay? So, hindi po hiding yan. Ang ibig po sabihin yan sa legal term ay lahat ng available sa isang batas pwedeng kuhanin ng isang akusado. Yan. Yan po ang ibig sabihin niya. Kasi po, lahat tayo, pag tayo kinasuhan, may mga available remedies para sa atin. May mga available na karapatan natin na pwede natin gawin. Hindi porket sinabi mo, ginawa mo yung karapatan mo, in hiding ka na. Hindi ibig sabihin, ginawa mo yung karapatan mo, ay ikaw ay delaying tactics na. Hindi po. Ang tawag dyan, due process. Diyan po, hirap na hirap intindihin ng administrasyon, ng mga pulawan, ng mga ensimada, at higit sa lahat ng mga dilawan din. Hindi nila kayang maarok ang ibig sabihin ng due process. Hindi nila kayang maarok yung sinasabing may karapatan ng isang akusado na gawin yung nararapat at available sa kanya para ipagtanggol ang sarili. Yun po yun. Ha? Huwag pong tanga-tanga.
intervene in purely domestic matters. And we already explained that this is a legal request in the light of the social contract
Yan, legal
that we surrender
request.
some of our rights to the government. And the
Legal
government in
request.
return should protect us. And what is that protection? Protection against territorial interference insofar as domestic affairs is concerned. It is not an unreasonable request that the United States of America should be prevented from interfering in the domestic affairs, especially judicial proceedings in our country.
Pero di ba, Attorney,
Kasi teka muna. Kasi walang karapatang makialam ang Amerika sa personal ay sa judicial system natin. Ang ICC wala ring karapatang makialam sa atin. Meron tayong sovereignty. Meron tayong soberanya na tayo lang ang pwede. Hindi pwede Amerikano. Siga kayo? Yan ang ibig sabihin nun. Yan kasi ito, medyo malalim to, hindi talaga iintindihin to ng mga tanso. For them, basta maka-content, content lang ng content. Ayaw nila ng salitang due process. Hindi nila iintindihin ang due process.
You want to say that
Kanyang-
you don't want to say that he is in hiding.
Mm.
So what do we call the situation? He's making himself unavailable for
He is
Kita mo, in-explain na, tanga naman. Ayaw mo siyang sabihin hiding. Anong ibig mo sabihin na unavailable siya? Hindi. In-explain na. Uulitin ko pa. Ang sabi ni Attorney Torion ay yung kanyang karapatan na yung legal na karapatan niya ay ginagamit niya. At isa po yan na hindi siya pwedeng bakbakan ng Amerika at hindi pwedeng makailam ang Amerika. Okay? So sa nung madaling salita, may mga available tayong pwedeng remedies o karapatan na pwede nating itap. At yun po ang ginagawa ni Pastor Kibuloy. Hindi mo pa rin maintindihan, in-explain na yan eh. Yan ang problema sa inyo. Tanong kayo ng tanong, di naman kayo nakikinig sa sagot.
Document
For
himself
law
unavailable,
enforcers.
he cannot just be found, and that is one of his options under the law. Because note that
One of the options under the law. Galing nito si magaling ito si attorney ha. Alam mo ha, tama yung kuha nyo rito kay Attorney Torion, magaling ha.
term fugitive from justice in the famous Rodriguez case states that a person can be considered as a fugitive from justice if there is already a conviction against him, and to all those persons who, after being charged, flee to avoid prosecution. In this case, there is still a legal question as to the phrase after being charged, simply because of the fact that we are questioning the indictment on the ground that there was really no probable cause against him, but the more meaty part is that there is violation of Martin versus Sandigan Bayan, Katampo versus Sandigan Bayan, and such other host of cases. The Supreme Court has stated that if there is grave violation of the right of an accused to speedy disposition of cases, then there is no valid information, and the information is void, and therefore the warrant of arrest is void. And if
Ayan,
a person
ina-avail pa
avails
yung
of such right,
karapatan kasi nilalakad pa ito at inakyat pa ito sa korte na yung warrant of arrest mismo ay they considered it void. Okay? So hindi pa po tapos yan. Ha? May kaso pa nga dyan.
filed a motion for reconsideration from the resolution of the Department of Justice, and it is still pending until now. And whose fault is that? That is the fault of the Department of Justice for again delay the disposition of
Sino
this
may
case.
kasalanan?
So therefore,
DOJ. Kasi dinidelay yung disposition ng kaso na yon. Naintindihan nyo na. Okay. Ngayon, iintindihin ba nila yan? Hindi. Wala silang pakialam. Basta sasabihin ng trolls, sumuko ka na. Sasabihin ng Ensimada, sumuko ka na kasi. Ganyan ang mga litanya ng kasi nga hindi nila alam or hindi nila kayang alamin.
avails of that right, and in the meantime waits for it to be ruled upon by the court. You cannot legally tell that he is a fugitive from justice, so therefore I have reasonable grounds to say that he is not in hiding. He
Pero
is
attorney,
simply
he may not be,
unavailable.
Attorney, would you know what least?
Nagkagulo na, isa-isa. Oh, sige, isa.
Philippines.
That I really do not know as of the moment. Whether or not he is in the Philippines or already abroad, I cannot say with certainty. But I
Nasa puso namin. Ano?
communicate with his leaders every day. And as a matter of fact, I am now inside the JMC compound, KOJC compound, which was the place of the raid yesterday.
So, Attorney,
And can you clarify if there is a search warrant? Kasi
No
yun ang
search
sinasabi ngayon
warrant.
ng iba.
Yun,
Oy, pagsasalitay nyo si Llamas. Oh, nakakalbo na. Oh.
wala po,
There was no search warrant.
Wala pong search warrant. Nung dumating ako, 3:45 a.m., nakatulog kasi ako 2:30 kasi po, di po ako ng law school, nag-aaral po tayo, marami
Yes.
po din tayong kaso. 2:30 na ako nakarating. 3:45 pala sila dito. They arrived here at 3:45 a.m. and wala pong pasabi. Diretso ka agad. It turned out hindi pala mga taga Davao yun. Taga Region 10 pala yun. Yung mga pulis kaya wala sila.
Diretso, ibig sabihin niyan,
knowledge as to the terrain.
Diretso agad umakyat. Oh. Hindi taga Davao, wala silang knowledge about dun sa terrain. Oh.
No? Diretso silang umakyat. Hindi naman po pwede yun because Rule 113, Section 11 states that even if you are a warrant of arrest, you should secure the consent of the person who is the owner of the building or enclosure or the facility. You could not just enter the property or armed only.
Oh, yan ang sinasabi ko, 'di ba? Yan yung na-explain natin. Tanong, alam ba yan ng Ensimada? Alam ba yan na nag-utos? na hindi ka pwedeng pumasok basta-basta nang walang consent ng may-ari kahit may warrant of arrest. Tanong, alam ba yan ng mga ensimada? Alam ba yan ng mga tanso? Alam ba yan nung nag-utos? O bobo pare-parehas? Tanong lang po.
By an arrest warrant, no? It is only after you announce your purpose, Rule 113, Section 11 states that, and if you are refused admittance, that you can break entry, no? That's the rule. But
Oh, if you refuse admittance, ibig sabihin hindi ka pinapasok, hindi mo pwedeng gibain basta-basta. Alam nila yan. Hindi rin.
in this case, hindi po na-follow yun eh. Wala nang tawag doon sa administrator ng property. And who is the administrator? Si President
PRRD.
Rodrigo Duterte po. Dapat nagpaalam sila. President, meron po kaming arrest warrant dito. Sigurado ako mapapagalitan sila kasi noong May 11, 2024, nag-serve na sila ng arrest warrant. Pangatlo na po itong service na search warrant na ito. And under the rules, the police officers are mandated to render a report of the warrant. Return ang tawag niyan within 10 days.
Kaya nga po, maputol kita, attorney. Kaya nga po, ang datingan nito, harassment. Harassment na yan. Bakit? Pangatlong warrant na to. Kada warrant na sasabihin ninyo, ibig sabihin, sinasabi nyo, kaya kayo nag-apply niyan sa korte, sinabi ninyo na merong reasonable na rason, reasonable na paniwala na aandoon si Pastor Kibuloy. Pangatlong beses na. Hindi nyo nakikita si Pastor Kibuloy. Anong klaseng reasonable yan? Tapos sabi, dapat, pag binalik nyo yung warrant, ipapaliwanag nyo pa yan. Pinaliwanag nyo ba sa korte na maayos? Ilang warrant pa gusto ninyo? Yan ba ay reasonable ba? Alam mo, kahit sa grade 2 mo i-explain yan, nauunawaan, teka muna, wala natang reasonable na andyan na si Pastor Kibuloy. Nakakailan na. Kahit bata, maiintindihan yan. Unless tanso ka. Ayaw mo intindihin. Masakit, no? Because it makes sense. Lourdes Villabiray, maraming salamat po. Hanggang kailan kaya itong bangungot na nagaganap sa Pilipinas? Maraming salamat. Nagpa-member po si Lourdes Villabiray, 12 months. Thank you po.
Attorney.
May order na nga yung judge na na-recognize niya yung return. Ang proper procedure po, dapat nag-file po sila ng motion for issuance of alias warrant of arrest. Hindi ginawa yun eh. At during the time of the service po, wala namang warrant officer. Walang warrant officer from the court. Lahat po sa mga full military gear, full battle gear. Siyempre, nagsiservice yung mga members ni Pastor, nagulantang. And what would be the initial reaction of a man when his castle, when his home is invaded? He would naturally defend the council because according to U.S. versus Carrasco, the Supreme Court clearly stated that however powerful a king may be, a human king, a person is a king in his own home. That is his own castle. So you could not just violate the privacy of the home, of our house, or a dwelling, or even a facility without the consent of the owner. That is one of the most cherished concepts of all civilized society.
Attorney, for a non-lawyer like me, nahihirapan akong sundan yung jurisprudence na binabanggit nyo. Pero dalawang simpleng tanong lang. Kung as a lawyer, anong i-advise nyo kay Pastor
Sorry, nag-feedback ba? Feedback? Oh, sorry po, sorry. Hinaan natin konti,
Kibuloy? Should he surrender? Should he hide? Ikalawa ay, may possibility ba, yung tanong ni Ami kanina, may possibility ba na sa labas na siya ng bansa? Dahil sabi nyo kasi hindi nyo alam kung nandito
Ayan po, nag-feedback pa ba? Nag-feedback pa kanina?
siya sa loob o nasa labas. So, may possibility na nasa labas na rin siya ng bansa?
Only Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy can answer that. But to answer your first question po, sir, if you are a lawyer and you are asked an opinion by your client, I believe that you have to provide him options because that is not your choice. You have to provide him perhaps 3 options and you let him decide. You have to conduct a SWOT analysis to him. What are the strengths, weaknesses? What are the threats if you do this? Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? But you let your client decide. In this case, he has made his decision, and whatever may be my opinion contrary to such a decision, I have to respect him because in the final analysis, that is his person. That is his right. And I have to respect his right on the matter.
Pero based on the
So,
SWOT na
surrender one
binigay
of the
nyo,
options.
attorney,
One of the options.
Surrender one of
nakapagbigay
the
na kayo ng
options.
tatlong
One of
option.
the options is to surrender. You remember, I do
Yeah.
hope Senator Lacson po would forgive me. During that time po, meron din pong warrant si Senator Lacson. But he waited. He waited until the Court of Appeals decided that there is no probable cause against him and he appeared. That's one of the right of a person if there is a warrant of arrest, especially if you question the
Oh, mga tanso, makinig kayo, ha? Oh, nasa karapatan po ng isa yang tao. Okay? Oh, inantay muna daw ni Lacson na yung probable cause ay hindi nangyari. Oh, katulad ngayon, ako sa tingin ko ang nangyayari ngayon, this is just a political harassment kay Pastor Kibuloy. Bakit? Kaibigan ni Duterte. Bakit? Nag-SMNI, nagagigikan sa masa sa SMNI. Yun lang po to eh. Ang tagal na po nung kaso na yan, hindi nga umuusad yan. Biglang nabuhay-buhay. Di ba? Oh, bigyan ko kayo ng isang tanong. Kayong 4, sagutin nyo na lahat yan. Sa tingin nyo ba, kung si Pastor Kibuloy binababoy ang mga Duterte, may kaso siya ngayon? Kung binabanatan kaya ni Pastor Kibuloy ang mga Duterte, may kaso kaya siya ngayon? Kung hindi pinayagan ni Pastor Kibuloy ang gikan sa masa sa SMNI, may kaso kaya siya ngayon? Di ba? Kahit Tanso, hindi kayang sagutin yan. Kahit kayong 4 dyan, hindi nyo kayang sagutin yan. Bakit? Alam nyo yung totoo at yung matotoo masakit. Kaya lang nagyayari yan kay Pastor Kibuloy dahil kaibigan niya si PRRD. Yun lang po yan. So anong tawag dyan? Eh di political harassment. Pwede niyang i-exhaust yung karapatan niya na, teka muna, wala ako talagang kasalanan. Pinag-initan nyo lang ako in layman's term, in layman's explanation. Gumaganti lang kayo. Ginagamit nyo ako para banatan ng Duterte. Yung away nyo, dinadamay nyo ako. Kaya ito hindi about sa kasalanan ko. Ito ay about sa Duterte. Yun po ang explanation, layman's explanation na inahatag pa nila sa korte. Walang kasalanan yung kanyang kliyente bukod sa naging kaibigan niya si PRRD. Yun po ang explanation doon.
a finding of probable cause, which in this case is really questionable. Imagine those cases were already dismissed 4 years ago, and then we filed a motion for early resolution. Wala pong nangyari. You let 4 years to pass by in the Department of Justice, and then all of a sudden, simply because it has become fashionable to attack Pastor Apollo Siquiboloy.
Tanyo? Ang tagal nang wala nung 4 years, inaantay nila. Tapos ngayon, biglang nagkaroon after 4 years. Dahil, konbinyente banatan si Pastor Kibuloy ngayon. Alam ba ng tanso yan? Hindi. Kayong 4, alam nyo ba yan? Ako sa tingin ko alam nyo. Nagtatanga-tangahan lang kayo.
Through the Senate hearings, through Senator Risa Hontiveros, who issued or spewed
Isa pa to si Risa. Isa pa ito, sausaw ng sausaw. Banatan mo yan kasi idol nila yan. Lalo na yan si Lamas. Yang Lamas na yan, idol niyan. Idol niyan si Risa.
virulent comments against him. Then all of a sudden, there is a resolution which is even highly questionable. Meron pang ang preliminary investigation sa Davao City. Doon sa Pasig mo i-file? Kailan ba naging rule natin na kung ang crime sa Pasig City, ang preliminary investigation gagawin sa Davao City? The laws are flying po, Ma'am Ami. And that is precisely why
Kung saan naganap yung ina-accuse nila, binibintang nila, doon dapat. Ba't nilipat sa Pasig? Di ba? Ganyan po katindi ngayon. Hukayan ngayon ng kaso. Pagkaibigan mo si Duterte, humanda ka, huhukayan ng kaso ikaw. Kung kaibigan mo sa Duterte, haharasin ka. Yung kaso mo dapat sa Davao, dadalhin sa Pasig. Ganon. Huwag nyo sabihing i-deny nyo, hindi nyo alam. Hindi kayo tanga.
We are valiantly questioning the resolution as against Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy.
Pero sir, like Ping Lacson, of course, Pastor Kibuloy has the legal recourse to question the validity of the arrest warrant. That's a given. I think that's what the Supreme Court ruling was about. But at the same time, that does not erase the fact that he's still a fugitive because there is an arrest warrant against him. The court has ordered his
Si gamit ng term. Huwag kang gamit ng legal term, fugitive ka ng fugitive, abogado yung kausap mo. Hindi yan pwedeng basta-basta ganyan. Paulit-ulit kayo eh. Nagmumukha kayong kulang sa research. Fugitive kayo ng fugitive. At tatandaan po natin ha, ito kasing mga itong mga tanso, itong mga pinklawan, ha, itong mga inggitero sa Duterte, ang hilig nila magbato ng mahilig sila magbigay ng legal term, mahilig silang magpangalan, mahilig silang mag-ad hominem, mahilig nilang bigyan ng title ang isang tao na hindi nila naiunawaan yung isang title. Basta, ikakasira ng isang tao. Pag tinawag nilang terorista, ni hindi nila alam kung anong nakakapaloob bago mo tawagang terorista. Fugitive, in hiding. Naiintindihan nyo ba? Anong ibig sabihin na pwede mong tawaging fugitive? In legal term, ha? Kasi abogado kausap ninyo. Natural, i-deny niya yan. Kasi gagamitin niya kay Pastor Kibuloy. O pakinggan nyo, bakit hindi fugitive si Pastor Kibuloy?
arrest for him to appear before the court, and you also have an arrest warrant coming from the Senate. So I know you're saying that he's not in hiding, that he's not a fugitive, but I don't want to also quibble about terminologies because whichever way you cut the cake, you are cutting the cake. In this case,
Tita Liza, baka maliit baka maliit kasi. Relax lang ha. Oo. Ha? May helicopter tayo. Thank you Tita Liza sa paalala. Maraming salamat po. Okay.
he is wanted by the courts and he's taking the course of going to the legal process. I understand that, but still he's still in hiding.
With due respect, are you a lawyer po, sir?
No, sir, I'm not.
Sabog. Ang sakit nun. Ginanyan ka ng ini-interview. Are you a lawyer? Ay, ang tagal mo na. Ang tagal mo na sa journalism, ang tagal mo na sa broadcasting, ang tagal mo na sa mainstream media, ginanyan ka. Are you a lawyer? Teka muna, hindi nang babara to si Atty. Torion ha. Iko-connect natin bakit niya nabanggit. Are you a lawyer? Nako, patay. Si ganon. Nako, wala nang gagawin yan. Ha, si ganon. Ang alam lang niya magpaka-sarcastic. Ipapakita ko sa inyo mamaya, si ganon. Puro kasarkastikan lang ang alam niyan. Sabaw. Wala sustansya.
I know, sir. That is why there are technical
Yung tropa mo, Mark.
definitions when you define a fugitive from justice. There is that leading case on the matter, and a fugitive from justice. If there's already a conviction and you hide, that's fugitive from justice. And the second,
Number 1, dalawa daw yan. Ang fugitive, may conviction na. At nagtatago ka. May conviction na ba? Wala. Ulitin ko, due process. An accused is considered innocent until proven guilty. Sa Tagalog, lamas. Ang akusado ay inosente hanggat napapatunayan ng korte. Okay? So hindi mo pwedeng itapon yung salitang fugitive nang hindi mo alam paano gamitin. Kasi pag gamit ng isang salita na hindi mo alam, magmumukha kang tanga. Aray! Second,
aspect of it is that if are those persons who, after being charged, flee to avoid prosecution. Here, yung kolatilya ka din after being charged kasi, hindi pa kasi tapos. Kasi meron pa kaming motion for reconsideration dun sa charge aspect.
after being charged, ay nagtago. Ito, hindi pa tapos yung after being charged. Yan po ang punto ni attorney. Kasi kino-contest pa nila yan, inilalaban pa po yan. Wala pa po tayo doon. Kaya nga, may problema ako sa mga taong mahihilig magsalita, especially abogado ka at nasa posisyon ka, salita ka ng case close, hindi nyo ata naiintindihan ang ibig sabihin ng case close. Bakit mo sasabihin tapos na yung kaso? Hindi pa nga convicted yung tao. Wala pa nga desisyon ng korte. Wala pa nga probable cause, case closed na agad. Yan po ang mahirap na gamit tayo, tapon tayo ng tapon ng legal terms. Abogado pa man din. Sinara nyo na yung kaso, case closed na. May guilty na sa paningin ninyo. Tama ba yon? O yan, tinamaan. Nang alin? Kayo nang bahala umula. Anong tinama sa kanya?
So therefore, the definition of a fugitive from justice does not attach. A layman would probably classify him as a fugitive from justice. But learned persons of the law.
Isa pang masakit. Learned person. Kanina, abogado ka pa. Ngayon, learned person. Yung may alam, hindi ka basta gamit ng salitang fugitive. Sana tamaan na yung mga gumagamit. Ito kasi ito, mga to. Ha? Kayo, ha? Mahilig kayo gumamit ng terms. Tandang-tanda ako, kayo yung mga nangunguna. Kasama nyo, Rappler. Kayo yung, ito yung mga napakadaming dilawan at pulahan na nangunguna na tawaging diktador si Marcos Sr. Tinatawag yung diktador. Ngayon, busa ng bibig nyo, ni hindi nyo matawag na diktador. Ang hilig nyo gumamit ng legal terms. Urong-sulong naman kayo. Sige nga, kayong media na tawag ng diktador kay Marcos Sr., tawagin nyo nga ngayon ng diktator. Di ba? Hindi nyo kayang tawaging diktador. Ano na nangyari sa inyo? Learned.
Would know that if the indictment is still under question, he is not technically yet, at least pursuant to our jurisprudence, a fugitive from justice.
Okay,
Yun
sir.
po ang
So
aking
what do you
pananaw
call
po yan.
it? What do you call this?
Pwede po ako magkamali.
Yes, sir. So what do you call this?
Hindi ba mas madali? Hindi ba mas madali, attorney, kung magpiansa na lang?
Yun ang tanong. Kayo na humusga sa ganyang klaseng tanong. Diba? Ganito po ang kalidad ng journalism nila. Na sinasabi nila, yung mga nagmamalaking journalist sila. Nakita nyo tanong? Ayaw ko maging mapanghusga. Kayo na humusga. Journalist.
Ay, hindi po.
Available ba?
Tingnan nyo to si Lamas. Tawa lang ng tawa. Alam mo, style nito si Lamas. Silang dalawa. Style nila yan. Pansinin nyo, hindi nila kaya magkaroon ng live or ng content nang hindi nagiging sarcastic. Lahat po ng interview nito, si Lamas, puro sarcastic, sabaw naman. Sakit, di ba? Kayo na umobserve kung fake news ako o totoo. Kasi tandaan nyo, pinake news nito si Pastor Kibuloy. Kayo magsabi kung totoo hindi. Naglabas ng picture na that time, nasa Davao kami, naglabas kami ng picture na si Banat Bay kasama si Pastor Kibuloy. Anong sinabi nitong mga nito? Anong sinabi niyan? Matagal na daw yung picture. Di sunog kayo. Talagang kasama namin, naglabasan sa ibang vloggers din. Nauna lang naglabas doon. Nilabas kasi ni Boss Dada yung picture ni Banat Bay tsaka si Kibuloy. Ay, naglabasan. Di sunog. Anong sagot? Sarcastic. Ganyan lang yan. Walang isasagot yan. Walang gagawin yan sa programang yan kung hindi mag-sarcastic. Yan lang yun.
Positive portion po, no? Merong human trafficking aspect, no? Human
Yes.
Kumalabit. Tingnan ninyo, kumalabit. Tingnan nyo, ha? Tapos inalis na yung camera.
aspect, no? Human
Yes.
trafficking aspect. Tapos, no?
Yes.
Human trafficking aspect, no? Human
Yes.
trafficking aspect. Yung preliminary investigation ginawa sa Davao. Sa
Yes.
positive portion po, no?
Ay.
Merong human trafficking
Alam namin yan kasi gawain namin. Kung alam mo, hindi ko na kaya. Ikaw nang bahala, pambira. Sinunog ako ni attorney. Ha? Sunog ako rito, ikaw nang bahala. Ay nako, tapos sila dyan.
trafficking aspect, no? Human
Yes.
trafficking aspect. Tapos, ang sabi, the Davao City Prosecution's Office is mandated to file information in Pasig. Basic legal effect. The Davao City Prosecution cannot conduct preliminary investigation for crimes committed in Pasig. So if you have a crime allegedly committed in Pasig, Pasig should conduct the preliminary investigation. Let's leave that as that. The resolution states that for one crime of human trafficking, okay, nung pumunta na sa Pasig, naging dalawa. Yung
No, mga bastos, no? Alam mo, wag nating gagawin yan, ha? Yung nag-i-interview, may ini-interview ka, nagsasalita, tawa kayo ng tawa sa background. Bastos. Hindi, kung sa tingin nyo, tama yan. Hindi, sige, bahala kayo. Ha? Pero, journalist kayo, di ba? Broadcaster kayo, di ba? Alam nyo yan. Kung mali ako, sorry. Kayo na magaling. Gagawin na rin namin. Tawa tayo ng tawa. Habang may nagsasalita, ini-interview. Grabe, no?
at naging non-bailable pa. Oh. So, tapos hindi lang
Okay.
yan. Sa penultimate portion po ng information, meron pang criminal forfeiture order. Ano yan? Yung anti-money laundering aspect, yung kinote pa, no? It gave the power on the part of the prosecution to order the seizure of the assets of the accused in this.
Teka muna. Pasensya na po, kailangan ko na pong ihinto. Medyo malilate na po tayo, ha?